Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to discuss the topics of our chapter number 1, measurements. The topics are first we are going to indicating the uncertainty, and the second topic of today's presentation is numerical examples to indicate the uncertainty. Now students, before starting my topic indicating uncertainty, I want to highlight few basic points. The first point is smaller the magnitude of fractional or relative error, greater will be the accuracy in the measurement. Now this point we have discussed in our last topics of precision and accuracy. Now students, second one is we have a formula or relation for percentage uncertainty. Now the percentage uncertainty is fractional error into 100%, and second formula we have fractional or relative error is equal to uncertainty divided by measured value. Now we are going to discuss the basic parameters to indicate the uncertainty in the measuring values, but you must know these two basic formulas for the numerical examples of this topic. Now students, we are going to indicating the uncertainty. To indicate the uncertainty, I have an example. Suppose we have a block of length 22.5 centimeter, which we have measured with a meter rod, which has the least count plus minus 0.1 centimeter. Now that is plus minus 0.05 centimeter. Uncertainty develops at one end and plus minus 0.05 centimeter at the other end, while the total magnitude of the uncertainty is equal to plus minus 0.1 centimeters. Here students, suppose if one end is coincides with 10.5 centimeter mark of the meter rod and the other coincides with 33.0 centimeter mark, then its length along with uncertainty is given by now 33.0 plus minus 0.05 centimeter minus 10.5 plus minus 0.05 centimeters. Here we are going to subtracting these two values, so we get 22.5 plus minus 0.1 centimeter. Now it means that the length of the block is between 22.4 centimeter and 22.6 सेंटीमीटर. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, ये वैल्यूज कैसे आ रही हैं? अगर आप अपने इस रिजल्ट में 0.1 को प्लस करेंगे तो ये हो जाएगा 22.6, और अगर आप अपनी इस अनसर्टेनिटी या अपनी इस वैल्यू को माइनस करेंगे 22.5 में से, तो आपका आंसर 22.4 सेंटीमीटर होगा. नाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट इन अ मेजर्ड वैल्यू how to find the precision and accuracy, consider the final result 22.5 plus minus 0.1 centimeter. In this measurement, the magnitude of the uncertainty is plus minus 0.1 centimeters. Now as the precision is also guessed from uncertainty in a measurement, therefore precision is plus minus 0.1 centimeters. Now we have the basic formula here, the magnitude of fractional or relative error, which is equal uncertainty divided by the measured value. Now here we are going to finding it. Now the magnitude of the fractional or relative error is equal to plus minus 0.1. Here we have the uncertainty 0.1. Now we have measured the value 22.5. So plus minus 0.1 divided by 22.5. After solving this, we have the result plus minus 0.004. Now this is our magnitude of the fractional or relative error. Now the accuracy in the measurement is equal to the magnitude of the fractional error. So the accuracy in the measurement is similar as plus minus 0.1 divided by 22.5 is equal to plus minus 0.004. Now students, here I want to just indicate what is the uncertainty. Now students, यहाँ मैं आपको अपने लास्ट टॉपिक प्रिसीशन एंड एक्यूरेसी का एक रिव्यू देता हूँ. यानी हमारे पास एक आयरन रॉड है जिसकी मेजरमेंट हम इन 2 स्केल्स पर कर रहे हैं. यानी अगर मैं पहले अपने इस स्केल की बात करूं तो एक आयरन रॉड जिसकी मेजरमेंट मैं कर रहा हूं, इसका स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट 0 पर है और 0 से स्टार्ट होकर ये इसका जो सेकंड पॉइंट है वो बिटवीन 4 एंड 5 मौजूद है. तो मैं इस स्केल पर ना 4 रीडिंग रीड कर सकता हूं और ना 5. यानी अगर मैं अपने आयरन रॉड की रीडिंग बताऊं तो ना ये 4 होगी और ना ये 5 रीड की जा सकेगी. तो इस स्केल की रीडिंग में हमारे पास अनसर्टेनिटी मौजूद है. यानी मैं अगर 5 रीडिंग बता रहा हूं तो मुझे गैर यकीनी यानी अनसर्टेनिटी है कि ये वैल्यू 5 तो नहीं है और ना ही ये वैल्यू 4 है. मगर अगर मैं अपनी यही मेजरमेंट इस सेकंड स्केल पे करता हूं तो यहां पर इस रॉड का जो स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट है वो 0 पर है, जबकि जो एंड पॉइंट है वो एक और वैल्यू पे मुझे यहां पे नजर आ रहा है. अगर मैं इसको रीड करूं तो ये 4.8 वैल्यू बनती है. नाउ तो जो फर्स्ट स्केल और सेकंड स्केल के दरमियान डिफरेंस है वो बेसिकली प्रिसिशन का है. यानी जो सेकंड स्केल है वो मजीद डिजिट्स में ब्रेक हुआ है, जिसकी वजह से मैं अपनी रॉड की एक्यूरेट रीडिंग मेजर कर सकता हूं. जबकि जो फर्स्ट स्केल है वो ज्यादा प्रीसाइज यानी ज्यादा डिविजन्स में ब्रेक नहीं हुआ, जिसकी वजह से मुझे इस स्केल की रीडिंग अनसर्टेनिटी के साथ मिल रही है, यानी एक्यूरेट रीडिंग नहीं मिल रही. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जो डिवाइस या जो मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट ज्यादा प्रीसाइज होगा वो ज्यादा एक्यूरेट रीडिंग हमें देगा, और जिसकी प्रिसिशन कम होगी उसकी एक्यूरेसी भी कम होगी. और जहां जिस स्केल पर एक्यूरेसी हमारे पास कम होगी उधर अनसर्टेनिटी उतनी ज्यादा होगी. अगर हम अनसर्टेनिटी को कम करना चाहते हैं तो इसका सोल्यूशन यह है कि हम अपने डिवाइस को प्रिसाइज करें, यानी और ज्यादा इसको डिविजन्स में ब्रेक करें. जितना ज्यादा प्रिसाइज डिवाइस होगी, मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट होगा, उतनी ही एक्यूरेसी ज्यादा होगी, यानी उतनी ही अनसर्टेनिटी कम होगी. Now students, here we are going to discuss the indication of uncertainty for the addition and subtraction. Now here we have an example of our book, example 1.3. So if d1 plus delta d1 is equal to 24.0 plus minus 0.1 centimeter. Basically students, d1 is the value or diameter and this delta d1 is the representation of the uncertainty in the value of the diameter. So the diameter is 24.0, and this value with plus and minus delta d1 showing the uncertainty in the diameter. Now represents the internal diameter of a material of a metal ring, and d2 plus minus delta d2 is equal to 30.0 plus minus 0.1 centimeter. Represents the external diameter of a metal ring. Then find the thickness of the ring along with uncertainty. Now here we are going to solve this example. So let T and delta T represent thickness and uncertainty in thickness. Now delta T is the uncertainty in the thickness, and this small t is the thickness. So to find the thickness, we know that the thickness T is equal to d2 minus d1 divided by 2. Now by putting the values, 30.0 minus 24.0 divided by 2, we get 3 centimeters. Now this is the value of T, and here we are going to find the delta T, so which is the uncertainty. Uncertainty in thickness, delta T, is equal to plus minus delta d1 plus delta d2. Now this is the according to rule for addition and subtraction. So delta d1 plus delta d2, now putting the values of delta d1 and delta d2, we get plus minus point or plus minus 0.2 centimeter. Now finally we can represent the thickness with the uncertainty in thickness. T plus minus delta T is equal to 3 plus minus 0.2 centimeter. Now students, we are going to indicating the uncertainty, but this example is showing the product rule to indicate the uncertainty. Now we have a simple example. If we have voltage V is equal to 7.3 volts with delta V is equal to plus minus 0.1 volts. Now students, this delta V is the uncertainty in voltage, and current I is equal to 2.73 amperes with delta I, which is the uncertainty in current. Delta I is equal to plus minus 0.05 amperes. Now find the resistance capital R with uncertainty in it. Students, now this is the very simple example which we are going to solve. We know that the Ohm's law, which is V is equal to IR, so we are using it. If we arrange the Ohm's law for the value of R, so we get R is equal to V upon I. Simply putting the values of V and I, we get 7.3 divided by 2.73. After solving this, we have finally R here. R is equal to 2.7 ohms. Now here we are going to finding the value of the delta R, which is showing the uncertainty in resistance or R. So here we have the basic formula. The percentage uncertainty is equal to frictional error into 100%. Now this is the basic formula which we will use to find the delta R. Now this equation is showing the product rule. The first value means delta R upon R into 100% is the percentage uncertainty in resistance is equal to, this is the percentage uncertainty in voltage plus percentage uncertainty in current. Now after the addition of the percentage uncertainty in current and in voltage, we have the percentage uncertainty in resistance. Now we have delta R upon R into 100% is equal to plus minus delta V upon V into 100% plus delta I upon I into 100%. Now by putting the values of delta V, V, delta I and I, we get 0.1 divided by 7.3 into 100% plus 0.05 divided by 2.73 into 100%. After solving these values, we get delta R upon R into 100% is equal to plus minus 3.2016%. Now after rounding off this value, we get delta R upon R into 100% is equal to plus minus 3%. Now putting the value of R, which is 2.7 ohms, which we have find here. So delta R upon 2.7 into 100% is equal to plus minus 3%. Now just find the value of delta R, move 2.7 and 100% towards the right hand side. After solving, we have delta R is equal to plus minus 0.081. So finally we can write it, or after rounding off, we have delta R is equal to plus minus 0.08 ohms. Now finally we can represent the value of resistance with the uncertainty, means R plus delta R plus minus delta R is equal to 2.7 plus minus 0.08 ohms. Now students, here we are going to indicating the uncertainty, but this is for the power rule. So we are going to discuss the power rule for the uncertainty. Now here we have radius which is 2.25 centimeter with uncertainty, means delta R which is equal plus minus 0.01 centimeter. Now find the volume capital V with uncertainty in it. Now just in solution find the value of volume. So we have the formula of volume which is V is equal to 4 upon 3 pi R cube. Now after putting the values and solving, we have the volume V is equal to 47.7 centimeter cube. Now just we are going to finding the value of delta V, which is the uncertainty in volume. So we have the basic formula, the percentage uncertainty is equal to frictional error multiply 100%. Now we are using to this formula for the radius R. Therefore the percentage uncertainty in R is equal to plus minus delta R, which is the uncertainty, divided by R, which is the measured value. So this is the formula of frictional error basically. So delta R upon R multiply 100%. By putting the values, we get 0.01 divided by 2.25 into 100%. After solving this, we have percentage uncertainty in radius R, which is equal plus minus 0.4%. Here now we have an important point for the power factor or for the power rule. Now for the power factor, relative uncertainty is multiplied by the power of r, that is 3. Here we have the power 3 to get the total uncertainty in the volume. Now the percentage uncertainty in volume V is equal to 3, which is the power of radius r. So 3 multiply 0.04, so we get the percentage uncertainty in V is equal to 1.2%. Now for delta V we are using the same formula again here. For the delta V, the percentage uncertainty in volume V is equal to plus minus delta V divided by V multiply 100. Now this is the fractional error, so delta V is the uncertainty in volume divided by measured value of volume. Now by putting the values we get 1.2, which we have find already here. So 1.2% is equal to plus minus delta V divided by V into 100%. Now after simplifying this relation we get delta V is equal to plus minus 1.2% divided by 100% multiply V. Now by putting the complete values, 1.2% divided by 100% into 47.7. Now this is the value of V which we have find here, and this is the value of percentage uncertainty in V which we have find here. So after solving this we have delta V is equal to plus minus 0.6 centimeter cube. So finally we have V plus minus delta V, or volume with uncertainty in volume, is equal to 47.7 plus minus 0.6 centimeter cube. Now students, here we are going to representing the uncertainty in average values of many measurements. So here we have very simple examples. We have three values of x1, x2 and x3 which are 1.50, 1.51 and 1.52 respectively. So first we are going to find the mean value. Here the mean value is x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3. So by putting the values and dividing by 3 we get the mean value of x, which is 1.51 centimeter. Now just we are going to find the deviation of each quantity, means delta x1, delta x2 and delta x3. Now from the mean value, that is the deviation of x1 which is equal 1.50. So for delta x1 we have delta x1 is equal to mean value of x minus value of x1. So 1.51 minus 1.50. After solving this we have delta x1 is equal to 0.01 centimeter. Now the deviation of x2 is equal to 1.51. So the value of delta x2, we have delta x2 is equal to mean value of x minus value of x, means 1.51 minus 1.51. Now after solving this we have 0 for delta x2 is equal to 0 centimeter. So now here we are going to find the delta x3. So the deviation of x3, the value of x3 is 1.52. So the formula is similar as for delta x1. and delta x2. The delta x3 is equal to mean value of x minus x3. So 1.51 minus 1.52. After solving this, we have the value of delta x3 means 0.01 centimeter. Here now delta x1, delta x2 and delta x3 are the deviations from the mean value x. So the average delta x is equal to delta x1 plus delta x2 plus delta x3 divided by 3. Now basically students, these brackets are showing the average value of delta x. Now this is showing these brackets are showing the average value. Now by putting the values of delta x1, delta x2 and delta x3, we have the average delta x is equal to 0.01 plus 0 plus 0.01 divided by 3. Now after solving this, we have 0.0067 centimeters. Thus after rounding off, we have the uncertainty in the measurement is average uncertainty in delta x is equal to 0.007 centimeters. Now students, here we are going to represent a simple example for the time period to indicate the uncertainty. Now a simple pendulum completes 30 vibrations in 54.6 seconds. Then absolute error in time is 0.1 seconds and the frictional uncertainty means 0.01 divided by 30, which is equal 0.003 seconds, and hence the solution is, we know that the formula of the time period is the total time of vibrations divided by the total number of vibrations. Now students, here all the values are given, so just putting the values, the total time period of the vibrations, we have 54.6 divided by the total number of vibrations, which are 30. So plus minus 0.003, which we have find here. So after solving this relation, we have the value of time period is 1.8 plus minus 0.003 seconds. Now here are the two or three important points. Now the stopwatch is accurate up to 1/10, means 1 divided by 10 of second. Thus its least or absolute uncertainty is 0.1 seconds. Now from the result, t is equal to 1.82 plus minus 0.003 seconds. It is advisable to count large number of swings or vibrations to reduce timing uncertainty. Now students, today we have very simple question here. You will solve the examples which we have discussed in this lecture. You will solve all the examples which we have discussed in today's lecture. Thank you so much students. Have a good day.